Hey there guys, Frankomatic here with Sis,
Hi.
and we're back with more Gold Rush. Here we are at Sutter's Fort, and I'm only just now noticing that I accidentally clipped off the top couple of lines of pixels.
残念でした.
It doesn't matter. Just a little bit of the score numbers and the S's up there, who cares?
I'm sure everybody is super interested in your score.
Anyways, this guy actually does mention one useful thing. That's kind of important. And it tells you that this is what you can get.
Okay. Get all of it.
And over here's a blacksmith, and a mildly annoying noise. Let's bother him. Let's save first, though, because I wasn't sure if what I'm about to do was a one-chance-only thing, so I thought I'd test it out.
What's that wheel?
A wheel.
Oh.
You nailed it in one. Good job.
Cool.
So he's a little busy, but he'll come talk to us. And he starts asking us some questions.
Yay or nay?
And I was like, what happens if I just say no? And he's like, thought you were someone else. I wanted to see if screwing this up would lock you out of doing it unless you're reloaded. Because you do want to talk to this guy and answer his questions correctly. And he'll just start over again. Not even Brooklyn, but yep. What's our last name again?
Smith. Oh.
Wrong. What's our first name again?
John.
Wrong.
Oh.
What's our brother's name?
Harry.
Wrong. In the remade version, that puzzle was basically cut out, and that conversation is just automated. Exactly the same, which makes it real weird. Anyways, our brother's going by James now.
Okay.
And for doing this, we get a branding iron. And also note that our brother left a mule for us in the corral. We'll come back to that later.
Save. What do you mean?
We'll come back to the mule deal later, as we are clearly not our brother, so we can't just walk in there and take somebody else's mule. You get hanged for that, and I'm not even kidding.
Oh.
So we'll deal with that later, not right now. Let's look around the fort a bit. It's got a weird layout, and I got a bit lost trying to figure out where I was going. So let's just take a little wander. Let's take a little faster wander. It's like, do I want to go this way? Is this where I want to go? This turns out it is not quite where I want to go at the moment. Just a little side exit. Here's where we can buy a mule, but we don't really have the cash for that right now, so...
The mules look suspiciously like horses.
Yeah. We can't afford a mule at the moment. And here we are back at the blacksmith, who's now working double speed.
Think. Do 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 do.
So we might have been able to trade our golden disc for a mule, but that's kind of a hefty price.
Do 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 do.
So what's over this way? Aside from a whole lot of nothing. There's a graveyard out there. That looks interesting.
Just walk into it.
We do want to go to that graveyard. I'm looking for something else at the moment. This is not it. This is also not it. Anyways, let's check out the graveyard while we're here. You might remember in our brother's letter way back in episode 1, that he just mentioned burying our father out here, even though that isn't the case. So we got a cannon, we got Psalm 23, and if we hold the letter up to it, we can get ourselves another hint. Remember, it had these weird holes cut in it. Just gotta find the right spot. You can do it. You can do it past me. You got it. Almost. There you go.
Hold it right there.
And the game kindly points out what's important for you here. So anyways, we can read the Bible. This is not what I want to read. Note that green pastures is in caps. That's the entire hint in Psalm 23, and it's completely pointless for reasons I will get to a bit later when it makes more sense.
Can you read any of the other chapters of the Bible?
I didn't try. Anyways, back to looking for what I was looking for. This ain't it. They mentioned that there is a shop, and we need to acquire an item. But gotta find that shop first. Is this it? Yeah. Hey, old man. He won't tell us what he's selling. Let's buy a gold pan. And you have to have some gold. We could have given him our golden disc again, and that hint is important. You want to be a bit away from the fort if you're looking for gold. But we could have given them the disc. I think you might be able to give him the gold flake too, but I didn't think about that at the time. The coin makes most sense to me logically anyway. The 3 items we have.
I would have gone with the flake.
I'm not 100% certain he takes that, but I'm sure someone in the comments will confirm or deny this for us.
No, nobody will.
So anyways, we're gonna go get some gold. So as mentioned, we want to be a little bit away from the fort. And sometimes on these screens you'll find other people looking for gold. If you try to look for gold where someone else is looking for gold, they accuse you of claim jumping and you get hanged. And it's real cool, because on screens like this, they can in fact spawn behind the trees, so you can't see them, like, at all. And they make no sound.
Cool.
So you want to be saving before you attempt to dig or pan for gold.
Do 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 do. Look at that sphere rock.
What, that bird rock? There it is again.
Which one are you saying is a bird?
The one with the...
The one that looks like a bird that fell on its face?
Yeah. Anyways, you need to be at least 10 screens away from the fort before you have any real chance of finding gold.
Do 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 da do da.
Every screen is a mile also, so we just kind of casually walked 10 miles there.
And I would walk 10 miles, and I would walk another 10.
Anyways, panning for gold is very simple. Just go in the water, pan, find nothing, and just keep doing this over and over again. Using the F3 key to speed it up a little bit. You might notice we got a point. You can get a certain number of points from finding gold. You can get 50 points. And watching me spam the F3 button is, would be dull, so I've done you all a favor, and eventually we will skip. I forget exactly where I did it. Here.
Ah. So kind. Thank you.
And at this point, you just stop finding gold, as far as I can tell. But if you check your inventory after you find gold, you can see how much money you got.
Gold!
We apparently have assessed that we have about $2,700 worth of gold on hand.
Nothing. Nothing.
You don't need to do that
Nothing.
unless you're
Nothing.
looking for max score. You need significantly less than that.
Nothing. Nothing.
I think you can get away with like 10 or so, maybe, to buy what you need. Here's another man. And this is not a lie. There are thieves you can run into if you're just wandering around aimlessly. And they will take all your gold, and if you don't listen to them and try and move before they leave the screen, they will also shoot you. Now, there was a town mentioned, and we're looking for that. Here's another dude.
Not gonna talk to this one?
And this is what I was looking for. We're close to the town now. If you just walk straight east from the fort, you'll get here eventually. And it's usually pretty safe. The thieves don't seem to come by the river as far as I've seen. Cool little sawmill here.
As this person drags this one log back and forth across the blade.
And these guys just
Never make progress on this log.
sawing forever, yeah. So this video is a little bit shorter than the rest of them because I didn't want to continue after all that gold panning that I cut out. That was like 10 minutes of spamming the F3 key and moving around screens.
How fun. Quote unquote.
So we're looking for a place in the town. We're looking for an inn, as mentioned by the reservations. And the inn is called the Green Pastures, which is hinted at in the Bible. But there's no other inn. There's only one inn. So the hint from the Bible isn't super useful. And it's right here. Here it is.
Hotel Green Pastures.
If we were dragging a mule around for some reason, we could hitch it up out here. But we're not, because why would we be doing that?
Ask about room. Ask room.
It's me trying to figure out what I want to... I was actually looking at my keyboard because my numlock is on, and I was trying to figure out how to turn it off. Because I'm on a laptop, that's not extremely obvious. I never figured it out, I just elected to stop typing numbers for the time being.
Do 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 do. Ask about messages.
The game don't know the word about.
Talk to man. Room.
I mean, room 12's always reserved for us, supposedly. Yeah.
Yes. 12.
They literally built a closet in front of the room. And yeah, we can bring a message upstairs, why not? Yeah, thanks.
I'm glad that's how that works.
I'm glad that it felt that was so important that it needed to point it out twice. So this door with no numbers on it is clearly what used to be room 12. But is now a closet if you go through the door. So instead we gotta get sneaky. First we need this guy to get out of his room for a little bit. Which is why we brought this message up.
enjoy your message. Drops in some kind of emotion. Also. Get out of here. Alright.
So now we need to quickly come over here and turn the wheel on this cannon. And go through the fireplace. And then do that. And now we got some stuff we can take. If you get caught in that dude's room, you get hanged.
Cool.
We will see that scene before this video ends. There's a bunch of ways to get to it, but it's the same every time. Can't just read the note on the table, you have to pick it up first.
Alright.
So that's the obvious stuff. Now there's a significantly less obvious hint we can get.
Birdcage.
Yeah, there's a birdcage in here. Open cage gives... open it. If we open the window... well... if we unlatch the window and then open it... and then just hang out for a little bit.
La 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 la. La,
It's me trying to open the cage again, even though you don't have to do that. That open it is just a weird error message, basically.
La 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 la. Bird.
Bird comes in.
Hi.
It's got a little capsule on its wing. That's not what you do. But if you look at it... and this is why we picked up the family photo. Way back at the beginning. This is another bit of points and a hint that you absolutely don't need to explicitly get to win the game, but if you don't know what you're doing, it's a big help.
Mm.
And you gotta wait a bit for the bird to come back.
La 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 la.
Also of note, if you don't do this, it's possible to come in here, pick up the items, specifically the string and the magnet, climb back out through the fireplace and leave that way and not have to deal with what I'm about to do. If you're fast enough. Before the guy comes back. But if you do this, eventually it's going to pop up a message saying the dude's back. If I recall. At which point going back into his room is a game over. It takes a while for this bird to come back.
Is that the closet?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the man's back now. So we can't exit that way anymore.
Crawl out through the window.
That's what we're gonna do. And die twice. For the sake of showing it off.
Spoilers!
The first death, well, I guess I'll wait till we get a little closer. To it happening. Here's the bird, finally.
Hey, bird.
Pull.
Pull.
Lick
Capsule.
capsule.
Lick capsule.
It's an aerogram.
Maybe you should have fed the bird.
So we need to get our brother's mule.
Okay. Bye.
Which you probably could have figured out from the miner or the blacksmith mentioning that our brother left a mule there
For us.
without needing this hint. But it does tell you what to do with it. So the first thing I'm going to do here is something that was mentioned by Mr. Whitman, who makes Ways to Die videos. If you come over here and break this window, you get a special message. And then you get hung.
Alright.
Which I left in here just to show it off, because it's kind of amusing. I almost decided to restore out of it, because I did have this earlier, but I cut that part out, and decided right here that I was going to cut all that out. It's a YouTube prank video, except, I guess it's just a YouTube prank video, actually. That's how most of them end. So what you need to do is not that, obviously. We want to just go over to the balcony over there. I'm gonna save real quick. If he has to walk past when the man's not looking, it's fine. See? Nice and easy. If you happen to be hanging out in front of the window,
Push. What a jerk.
Anyways, we need to walk back to the fort and then do the last bits of the game. But I'm gonna do that in its own video, and I'm not gonna record walking back. I'll start us off back in the fort. Anyways, later guys. See you next time.